So I think I speak for everyone when I say that when Attack on Titan's collab with Dead by Daylight, I was not expecting it. Now, fair enough, I've never seen Attack on Titan, I'm not really much of an anime guy. However, I must say that even though I'm not a fan, we got some really nice skins out of it for both the survivors and the killers. Now, of course, it'll mean more to those of you who've seen the show, so even if I can appreciate them, you know that they've probably done a really good job on them. However, that really got me thinking, what other kind of collabs could Dead by Daylight do that wouldn't necessarily mean a full chapter with a new killer and a new survivor, but what could be done for some new cosmetics and a huge set that would really make sense across the board. And of course, you've seen the title of this video, I think Squid Games would be a fantastic idea for this. Now, for those of you that haven't seen Squid Games, it's basically a huge battle royale TV show where 250 odd people all compete to win a huge prize money, and if you lose in the games, then you are killed and you're dead, that's it, move on. But in this show, they have some phenomenal outfits that I think would work really well for the killers and for the survivors. So, today, we're going to go through exactly why I think Squid Games would make a fantastic collaboration with Dead by Daylight, and if that was to happen, what I would expect the outfits to look like for the survivors and the killers. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So firstly, let's get on with the survivors. Now, this is what I think would be really nice for the survivors. Now, the two character swaps would be for two of the main characters in the show. You've of course got Song Gi-hoon. I'm going to absolutely butcher the pronunciation, so I apologise in advance. But Song Gi-hoon is basically the lead character, the main guy that you've probably seen. I think he would be a fantastic character swap for the Jake, because obviously Jake is also South Korean, that makes complete sense, as well as Kang Se-bak. I'm so sorry, I'm trying my best. I think that she would be a fantastic cosmetic swap for Young Jin as well, of course South Korean as well. But these two characters I absolutely adored in the show. The main character of course was amazing, and I love Kang. I thought she was absolutely awesome, really interesting character, and I kind of feel like these two would have a really cool outfits for for Jake and for Young Jin. However, then just for I've just basically picked 5 random characters on top of that could kind of all have like the jumpsuits, that could all have their numbers, the weird teal jumpsuits. I don't think you need to do necessarily a character swap for all of them, however, just kind of some jumpsuits would be really nice for some select characters. And if you, I suppose an absolute push, if you really wanted like a third character swap, you'd of course could have number 1 Il-nam as maybe Ace, considering they're both old, but that's probably a little bit more of a stretch. But yeah, I think that it would make sense to see survivors cutting around in kind of Squid Games jumpsuits, because of course this could just be another game. If you live, you live. If you die, you die. It really does make sense kind of when you compare it to the DBD logic and lore. However, the survivors are a little bit more basic than when it comes to the killers, of course, but I really do think that this could be quite a cool little outfits for them all. Next, let's move on to the killers. Now, the first killer, and probably the most important, is going to be the frontman. Now, for those of you that don't know, the frontman is basically orchestrating all of this. He's basically setting this all up for the VIPs to make sure that they can enjoy what they see, setting up the money. He's basically in charge of the entire game, and he's a huge character, really awesome, and I think he would be a fantastic cosmetic for the Trickster. Now, the Trickster, of course, South Korean as well, so it makes complete sense. And to be fair, I think it's about time that Trickster had a mask, and besides the masquerade one, I know, but I do think that even though Trickster is very egotistical and wants people to see him, I think as the frontman it would make complete sense, because this outfit could be really nice if done well, and the idea of having a huge baseball bat with a kind of blade down the side, or maybe something more in keeping with Squid Games, as well as the throwing knives, I feel like would really make a nice little outfit for the Trickster. Next up, we have the Pink Soldiers. Now, the Pink Shoulders are the security, if you will, that basically make sure that all of the contestants stay in their place, keep doing what they should be doing, don't do anything that they shouldn't be doing. They're basically just glorified security, and the shape on the front of their mask dictates on how high up a level they are. I think it's something like square is higher authority than circle, and triangle's the most, or something like that. But I think that this could also be a really cool Legion cosmetic. The mask's kind of similar. I feel like since we've had really wacky Legion skins in the past, like the gigantic pink bunnies, this one isn't too far-fetched, but could really be in keeping with the Squid Game license. And finally, this one is a little bit silly, but I thought if it was done right, it could be really fun as well. We could have the evil red light, green light robot thingy from the first game, red light, green light, and the little robot person that turns around to keep an eye on the contestants if they are moving or not could be a really fun skin for the Huntress. Now, of course, this one would probably have the most kind of technical aspect to it to really pull it off, but if they could, I think this would be fantastic, and I would love to rock around as this weird robot throwing hatchets at contestants and survivors dressed up in the jumpsuits. I think that would be so much fun. And then finally, just because we all know that Dead by Daylight love doing charms with their licenses as well, here are just a couple of the charms that I thought that could be really good fit for DBD if they wanted to go down this. Of course, you've got the lighter gun that Sung Gi-eun gives his daughter for her birthday. You've got the honeycomb pieces from the second trial. You've got the kind of really overdramatic coffin boxes with the pink ribbons when contestants die, and of course you've got the gigantic piggy bank filled with all of that one. I really feel like these would be nice charms, and to be honest, I really feel like this chapter would make complete sense in Dead by Daylight, and I hope at some point we may be able to see something like this. If they can collab with Attack on Titan, I don't think Squid Games is far too out of the ordinary, and considering that we've already done a Netflix chapter as well with Demogorgon and Stranger Things, Netflix might be willing. Netflix might absolutely be willing, so we'll have to see. But can you envisage a Squid Games chapter in the future, or maybe a collaboration more than a chapter? Because I really can. But if you can't, let me know why, or if there's any other collaborations that you think make more sense, please let me know down in the comments. I look forward to seeing what your replies are. You guys always have some really good ideas. But that is all from me. You will have to let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Dead by Daylight content, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye for now.